I've just got to the shop. I wanted to film a genuine reaction. Something that we've had turn up. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm not going to claim that I've influenced this decision, but big S chassis girl and Johnny has brought something back. So let's go see what it is. What is this?
Shit. Oh, oil.
It's an RB. They don't have oil, but it'll be outside of the RB. Rear mount radiator. That is the largest radiator I've ever seen.
It's teeny, eh?
It's so small.
But it is a Griffin.
Here we go. This thing's cool as hell.
Yeah.
Dog bucks.
Hey, you want to see something cool?
Yeah.
That's a booster for the hydro.
What?
Yeah.
This thing's out the gate. Is that AccuSub? Yep.
Yeah.
It's the wrong motor.
That thing up there is fast fuck, boy.
We need to go for a cruise in that. Hey, this thing's pretty cool, Johnny.
That's not cool right now.
What's it supposed to be making?
Oil pressure.
I mean, he said 550, but I feel like it was going to be 550.
Oh, it's that stressful.
Yeah. We got no oil pressure, do we? Do we?
It's because it's an RB. You
Good,
buy
it's an
RB,
RB
you
food.
have oil problems.
Ready? On.
This thing has just been tuned. SR, got turbos on it?
Don't know.
Don't know. Okay, good. It's got a link.
Yeah.
Got injectors. The little... Yes! Yeah! This thing's sick. Nice on the scorched. Yes! So good! Fucking boogies, eh? Holy shit! Oh my god, if my SR goes like this, I'm gonna be so happy. This car is very spicy. Simcoe. Don't know what turbo. Level 1. £9 at 2900. And how much power? 250. 250 on 18 car. Good car. It is time that we start on the S13. Big job. Big job. I've been collecting parts for probably the last 6 months, I'd say. And I've got a lot, but I don't have everything. And everything is bits from everywhere. So I started with a long block that's mostly together. And then I've got an intake and everything from somewhere else. I've got a factory turbo manifold, a Pulsar G25 550, which is a 4849G in their terminology. I've got a 45mm Turbo Smart Hypergate. I've got 1000cc top feed injectors. I need to get a gearbox still. I think what I'm gonna run is a D22 Navara gearbox. Now that obviously doesn't bolt to an SR, but I am fortunate enough to have some friends who actually have mounted one to an SR, so hopefully they are gonna remake the adapter that they made for their cars and make it for me. You get the bell housing machined and the input shaft machined as well, and a couple other things, so hopefully that setup will work because the SR box for what I'm gonna be making is not gonna last. Other things that I have a Link G3. It's running G4 software, if that makes it marginally better. I don't know if it really does. It's a place to start, and then I'm going to attempt to do a custom loom for it. So if you want to see that horror story happen, that's something I plan on attempting to film. Definitely not a tutorial, but we're going to attempt. I've got an SR cross member for it. This car actually had a JZ in it originally, so and for some reason it's got an RB cross member now. I don't know if like I thought you used SR cross members for JZ, but I could be wrong. So we need to swap that over, and lots of body work. And then all the interior in terms of, I don't think I need to paint it or anything, but just in terms of like mounting the seats, making all that work. It's got all adjustable arms and coilovers and everything already. I've got the subframe that I bought for it the other day, the 370Z axles, and an R200 that has been adapted to suit the 6x1 axles, and then it has a few other GK Tech goodies on it, which I can do a proper run throughs when I go to put it in the car, because I actually can't remember. To hopefully make the diff invincible with my 250 kilowatts. And all the fuel lines need to be done. It's actually got a surge tank and a fuel cell already in the boot, which is helpful. It's already got a cage. I've got a downpipe for the exhaust, so I need to adapt that to suit a V-band. It's a Part Shop Max one, so hopefully it sits high enough, because I like to run my cars obnoxiously low, and I intend to do that on this even if it drives like shit, because yeah, if you can't be fast, you have to be low, right? You've got to have something cool. So that's kind of a starting point anyway. So this weekend it's going to be pretty easy. I'm just going to start by something that I really hate. It's this tunnel. You see there's like a gap around it. It did have a JZ in it, so it's all been cut out for that and put in, but I'm not happy with that, so we're going to redo the tunnel. I've pulled everything out of the engine bay. I'm gonna have to move the painting. I cannot get the lines off the brake master. These ones here, they're like ready to strip, so I'm gonna try and leave them and just work around it for now until I figure out how to get it off. Ready to start prepping this and cleaning it up. Some sandpaper, a sanding block. This is gonna be fun. My wastegate and manifold off to Dave. So this is what we've got: factory manifold, factory location for the turbo. It's got a T2 adapter to V-band for the turbo, so we don't have to weld anything on. We are going to put the wastegate, it's got an external gate here, so it will come off just out of here, and then it'll be screamer straight to the ground. So Dave is going to sort that out for me. He's very kind and offered to do it. He's not super excited about welding cast, but we'll see if it works. Worst case scenario, this is a $100 factory manifold, so you can always get another one if it cracks or something. And then we've got the 45mm hypergate, which is going onto it. Hopefully where it's going should flow really well and we shouldn't have boost creep issues. That's kind of the first part. Once that's done, I can sort of start mounting it up on the motor. We'll see how it goes. The day has finally come to pick my motor up and put it in the same place as my car. This has been long overdue, so get right into it. It's like 8 AM on a Saturday. The motor, finally, it is here. I don't know how I'm gonna get it off yet. There is an engine crane over here somewhere, so should be okay to get it off by myself. And I've picked up heaps of other stuff that I've had lying around. Oh no. The exhaust manifold and stuff is still with Dave, and the wastegate, so he's gonna sort that, and then after he sorts that, I'll bolt it all on and see where we're at and see what fibre we need to do. Alright, I've got the ute out of here. I've just been cleaning up some axles and a diff to sell to fund drift car. Yay. I'm gonna pull the rocker cover off this, have a look at it, check it out. I haven't really looked at it, to be honest. I kind of just bought it to give it a really good clean up and then try and put intake on, maybe, if I have some of the bolts. I think I have some of them. And then I need to still wire wheel the engine bay and finish sanding it. That's boring, so we're gonna do motor stuff because that's way more fun. How much better does that look? Probably wasting my time, but I just like it to be nice. So kind of where I'm at is I'm just putting it all together, but there's a lot of stuff missing. So I'm just kind of piecing it together, finding out what I need, what I don't have, and what I can make better or find new bits for. I don't have a gasket in between here and here, so nothing's actually done up. I want a new rocker cover gasket. I need the correct bolts for a lot of things. I'm gonna see if I can make top feed kit work. I don't have my injectors right now, but I can put it on there and see if that's all right. There's a bunch of water lines that I'm missing, so I think I've got them all at home. I'm gonna go have a look at that S13 motor and figure out what I need and what I can block off and what I can't and that sort of thing. And then all of this will come back off and get cleaned properly. Also decided that I am going to water blast the motor once all the holes are blocked off, but at the moment they're all open. There's lots of things missing. Without doing this, I couldn't really figure out what I did and didn't have, so it's kind of where we're starting. It's a starting point. I don't know if this is much interest for anyone. I thought I'd show it anyway. So I can't find an SR cross member, and one of my friends was kind enough to give me this for free. It's had the front cut off because originally it was going to be used for a conversion, an SR into like a Cortina, I think he said. What we've got instead is an SR cross member with no front, and then this is an RB cross member which bolts straight into S13s or Silvias. It's an RB cross member in the car, so it isn't going to work for my motor. So we've got another RB cross member, and the mounting holes should be the same. So I've just made a little jig to put on here, and it lines up with the holes, and Dave is going to make me the front for this. It lines up with the holes also, and then flip it over, it will also line up with the holes for the other side. So unfortunately I ran out of time to finish the video at the shop, so I thought I'd just finish it now. But if you watched this far, thank you for watching. I'm going to grab a bunch of stuff this week that I didn't have last weekend. There's my cat. You haven't seen my cat. This is my cat. He just meows at me all the time. Welcome, Alaska. He's really happy to be here, as you can tell. He's purring. But yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna get a bunch of the parts I need and get the cross member done, get the manifold done. Dave's on it. We might do a couple of other things. Hopefully my coils turn up this week, and we can make a loom for the Yaris coil conversion. Got a friend helping me with that, so that should be really good. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. So if you've watched this far, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, whatever you're doing. See ya.